the fear of sugar is making you fat. So that's right. At the moment, there is an incredible sugar phobia in Western society, which is leading people to become overweight and unhealthy. And on this channel, I help people to lose weight and regain their health. And this is through a high sugar, vegan, low fat, low protein diet and lifestyle based on good health and breaking the conditioning. So you've been conditioned and brainwashed by modern life, through social media, or through your health professionals, or maybe through your mates and bro science on the internet, into thinking that sugar is causing you to gain weight and to ruin your health. So a great example of this is, for example, diabetes and fatty liver disease. So I just did a series recently, and sorry about the noise, I just did a series recently using one of these, a continuous glucose monitor, to show, using this amazing piece of technology, what my blood glucose levels were during the day on a high sugar diet for 2 weeks using one of these. And I showed what foods I ate, such as rice, white rice, and fruit, and also white table sugar. I would consume white table sugar in my diet, and I'm not diabetic. And the proof was in my blood glucose levels. So that's the transparency that I show to give evidence that what I talk about is true. So diabetes is not caused, so type 2 diabetes is not caused by sugar. So sugar is not making you diabetic, and sugar is not making you fat, and sugar is not causing fatty liver disease. And it should be obvious, really. Fatty liver disease is caused by fat. So it's that simple, okay? It's not sugary liver disease, it's fatty liver disease. And I've lived on the high sugar lifestyle for years now, and I'm not fat, I'm not diabetic, and I don't have fatty liver or excess fat all over me. I'm lean, I'm always lean, I'm always full of energy, and I'm always healthy and always feel good. So the reason why you're being told that sugar is bad for you is therefore, when you cut sugar out of your diet and your lifestyle, and you focus mainly on fearing sugar, you therefore won't change your lifestyle, you won't change your diet to remove those things that are causing you to become sick and over fat. It's that simple. And the reason for this is because if you lived on a high sugar vegan lifestyle, you would become lean and healthy, which wouldn't generate money for the most powerful industries on the planet, or some of them at least, the pharmaceutical industry and the healthcare industry. And this isn't a conspiracy, it's what I see in my daily reality. Is people, they're telling me their fear of sugar because they think it's going to make them fat, it's going to make them diabetic, and it's going to make them sick and unhealthy, such as through getting a fatty liver. So there's all of this confusion that's being created to generate more money for, well, I would say just the money industry. That's what the current world is that we live in, the horrific truth. And yeah, I also help explain, how the world works. So most of the time, the comments that I get, it's just from people that don't even watch any of the videos that I make. And I've got lots of videos now on the channel to explain how the world works, and it's always even showing how the world works and giving the evidence using a piece of technology like this and continuous glucose monitor. People just cannot accept. They're so conditioned by the world that they live in that they cannot accept reality anymore, or the truth, but they can only accept the reality that has been created in their minds. So your mind creates the reality that you live in. So in your mind, if sugar causes you to be fat, causes you to become diabetic, causes you to get terrible diseases, or makes you unhealthy, such as fatty liver disease, then you will always be fat and diabetic or pre-diabetic and have all of these terrible health conditions if you're focusing on sugar. And this is what people find over and over again. They remove sugar from their diet or their lifestyle, they don't get healthier, or they go on the keto lifestyle and they don't get healthier. It's about focusing on what is causing you to become unhealthy, and this is the excess dietary fat. And once you start to change your thinking, you switch to the lifestyle that I promote, everything becomes so painfully obvious that sugar and your fear of sugar, it's just a fear that's been created around you, and then you've chosen, because fear is a huge motivator, rather than seeing what can make you healthy, you focus on the being scared about, well, this is what's causing all of your problems. And the reason why you're being told that sugar is causing you to become unhealthy is this means that you don't need to change your lifestyle. Essentially, you can carry on eating the same high fat, high protein foods that are causing you to become unhealthy. So what you need to do is cut out the oils, cut out the animal products, cut out the fat, cut out the excess fat, the excess protein, and stop fearing sugar. Okay, sugar is here in nature around us in abundance. And the reason why we enjoy sugar so much is because it powers every cell in the human body. And I say there's so much misunderstanding about the process of respiration and all the different ways that we generate energy. It always comes down to glucose derived ATP. So you can get ATP produced from fat and protein, yes, but if you're having lots of fat and lots of protein, you get all the negative health consequences of that. Whereas if you're eating lots of carbohydrates and therefore keeping your fat and protein low, so I would recommend about 10, no more than 20 grams of fat a day, and protein, for most people, you're having too much. So you don't really need, as a man, you don't need more than 50 to 60 grams at the very most a day, and for women 40 to 50 again at the most for most people. And excess fat makes you fat, and excess protein turns to fat, and excess sugar you burn off as heat, or the body gets rid of it through urinating. So it's about understanding the world that you live in and not being fooled by, just so easily fooled in order to just keep you fat and sick. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and this quick and easy video just to hopefully start to free you from, if you're watching this video, help you free you from the mindset of, well, sugar's bad, I'm scared of sugar. What you need to be scared of is fat. You're fat because you got fat, you're eating fat. You got fatty liver disease because you're eating fat. It's so obvious. Okay, so don't just pick some other random of the 3 macronutrients you have, or 3 that affect your weight and your health, obviously is water and fibre. But these 3, stop picking the one that is so obviously not causing you problems, and the one that affects your weight, so fat and protein. Just think what a bodybuilder eats. The high fat, high protein diet. Extra fat and excess fat and excess protein doesn't turn to sugar, does it? And then if it did turn to sugar, and you think, well, excess sugar turns to fat, it's totally confused way of thinking, isn't it? So stop fearing sugar and start fearing excess fat and excess protein, which is causing you to become fat and sick. So like and subscribe, and check out other videos on the channel, and check out this series with the CGM. I think it's very interesting, and I learnt a lot as well. And mainly it shows that what I talk about is true. I'm not diabetic, and I have the evidence. There you go. High sugar diet, vegan, low fat, low protein will, I think, change your life, save your life. And why not? Your life's short, might as well enjoy it with good health and being lean. So choose to be lean, stop fearing sugar, and stop being ruled by fear, okay, and start being ruling your own life through understanding and fact. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for your time. Join me again here in the garden of vegan.